Hey, Jesse, come on in. I've been expecting you.
Hey.
Alright, so we're going to be talking about tobacco today. Something that you're here for in rehab for. My understanding of tobacco is, it kills people. It's killed millions of people in America and, millions of people across the world. So, I feel tobacco use is the stupidest thing in the world. One of the stupidest things, at least. Since we all know the consequences of what it'll do to us. What do you think about it?
I think it's cool, man. It builds my self-esteem and it makes me feel like I fit in.
Well, that's the people that you choose to be around, I think. Let's talk about passive smoking a little bit. Passive smoking can really affect everyone around you. Do you think, your friends and family like when you smoke around them, or?
They probably just think I'm cool.
Well, the reason why you're in rehab right now is because you're not cool, obviously. Secondhand smoke is actually terrible, and it causes diseases to everyone around you, you know what I'm saying? So what you need to do, I think, is think about who you're smoking around, and, secondhand smoke can cause diseases such as epilepsy and, every sort of lung disease that you can think of. So it's just as bad as smoking a cigarette through the butt of a cigarette. So what do you think about that?
I guess I haven't really thought about that very much.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. Do you know a lot about tar or nicotine or carbon monoxide, or?
I've heard of it. I don't really pay much attention.
Well, the tar, they put tons of chemicals in cigarettes, and one of them is tar. Now, it's extremely bad for you. It can affect your appearance and also stain your teeth. Now, can I take a look at your dentures? Yeah.
They're not that bad, come on.
Jesse, what I'm noticing here is you have black stuff all over your gums. Okay, now, that's not a good thing. Now, you know what else cigarettes can cause?
What?
Well, I learned this in health class. It's called hairy tongue.
That's not cigarettes. That's chewing tobacco. I don't do that kind of stuff. Just cigarettes.
Well, it damages cilia in the lungs. It's, that protect the lining of the lungs. It damages basically everything in the lungs. So basically, what you're doing is you're putting tar just straight in your lungs. Now, that's a bad thing for you. Okay? Now, I'll tell you why you got addicted in the first place. And it's this bad thing called nicotine. Now, the reason why the companies make cigarettes is because they get people hooked. They get people to buy their cigarettes over and over because of this little thing called nicotine. Now, this is one of the hardest addictions to break. It causes change in the brain that makes you want to use it more and more and more, just like any other drug. And, the good feelings that result when nicotine is present, and the bad feelings when it's absent. So basically, when you're off the nicotine, you feel like total crap. But when you're on nicotine, what do you feel like you are now? You feel good.
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Now, you are in rehab, so I'm going to ask you to, you're only allowed one cigarette a day, so I'm going to ask you to give me the cigarette, please.
No.
Jesse.
Let me finish it. Let me finish it.
Jesse, it's finished. Now, folks, this is what tobacco can do to people. Lay back down, please. Okay, so, back onto our topics here. There's also the threat of, the influence of tobacco advertising. Now, what got you into tobacco in the first place, Jesse?
All all my friends were doing it, and TV shows made it look cool.
Okay.
And I just wanted to fit in, and I mean, it looks so cool, you know, breathing out that smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, advertising in your friends. You know, advertising glamorizes the use of tobacco. It makes people want to try it. It makes people want to use it. It totally makes it look cool and completely harmless. But if you had any sense, you know, you'd know otherwise. I'll tell you right now, quitting tobacco, one of the most important things of your life right now. You will die from this. It's very important to your physical health. It will ensure that you live a longer and healthier life, and you know, it'll make people want to be around you more. If you can change the crowd that you are with that don't smoke, I think that you can get through it. And what do you have to say, Jesse?
I think this conversation has helped. Thank you very much.
No problem.
I'll be back next week.
All right.